Ladies and gentlemen, Beaky here with the Untitled Game Show. And there's one thing you guys know about my channel. I really try to give you guys an everyday gamer's point of view. I play video games every single day. I follow the industry, and stuff like this just has me lost for words. I have so much stuff I want to say, and just not a very good way to explain it. I've been trying to make this video 5 times now. This is the 6th time I'm trying to make this video. And this story that was first reported to me through IGN, but it's from a YouTube video, where Microsoft is reportedly trying to buy the Silent Hill franchise for billions of dollars from Konami. Now, before I go any further, right now, guys, live, while I'm on my cell phone, I'm just going to read you guys the story and then give you guys my reactions. Here it goes, from IGN. Silent Hills rumored to come to Xbox One. An anonymous source has reportedly told Rooster Teeth that Microsoft is in the talks with Konami to purchase and release Silent Hills as an Xbox One exclusive. We have reached out to clarification, and we were told Microsoft does not comment on rumor or speculation. We have also reached out to Konami, and we will update you when we know more. According to Rooster Teeth sources, Silent Hill is 80% complete. I'll repeat that again. According to Rooster Teeth's sources, Silent Hill is 80% complete, and Microsoft is trying to purchase the property for billions of dollars by E3 this year, where it will officially reveal the game as an Xbox One exclusive and could reportedly be released as soon as March 2016. Yeah, that's basically the gist of the story. I'll try to go over that one last time because it still has me gasping for words. Microsoft is reportedly trying to buy the Silent Hill franchise and the Silent Hill game that was made by Norman Reedus, Kojima, and Gotoro for billions. This is the rumor that, Rooster Teeth has started, and if this is all doesn't pan out, man, this is a great way to promote their freaking brand, because shit, I watched the damn Rooster Teeth video. I checked it out. But here it goes. I'm just lost right now, guys. This is insane to me. For one, this would mean that Konami is truthfully trying to get out of the video game industry for consoles and moving completely to mobile, and they need to sell off franchises that are not going to be compatible with mobile, which Silent Hill probably wouldn't work that well on the mobile platform. You just don't see too many horror games on mobile platforms if you really think about it. Not great ones, at least. I don't know many great mobile horror games, and I could see them moving away from making Silent Hills on mobile. The next step, alright, is this real? Billions doesn't sound right. I could see multi-millions of dollars for a franchise, but billions for a Silent Hill franchise, or franchise that hasn't been selling too well over the last few decades. It's not a multi-million dollar seller. It hasn't been in years. So I don't see that really happening, especially when a company like Twitch was only sold for $970 million to Amazon, and Microsoft bought $2.5 billion for Mojang, and Star Wars sold to LucasArts. Star Wars was sold to Disney for $4.5 billion. I don't think that Twitch is valued less than the Silent Hill franchise. But if anybody had the money to secure this, it would be Microsoft. And that's the type of money I could see Microsoft throwing out there if there was other competition from somebody like Sony. Let's say that Konami went to Sony and Konami went to Microsoft and maybe even Nintendo and said, hey, we're trying to sell off this franchise. The game is already 80% complete. Tell us your bid. And Sony said $500 million and Microsoft said in the billions. Who the hell knows? I don't know. This is all a rumor. That's why I hate rumors like this, especially before E3. But I really feel like I have to cover this because this is just mind-boggling right now, guys. The next aspect of this, guys, let's assume this is all true. Let's assume that they're going to buy the franchise, and I really don't believe it's going to be billions. If it's going to be anything, I'll say $500 million is the most that Microsoft should pay. The most, because I don't think they're going to make back even $500 million. But let's say if that's true, are they going to be able to get Kojima, Gotaro, and Norman Reedus back on the project to finish the game and release it by next year or even 2016? I don't know about that. I could see them maybe able to get Gotaro back on and Norman Reedus to finish the job, but Kojima must have so many offers from different people that at this point I just don't see, unless Microsoft came to them all of them. They were like, here's some money, make the game you want to make and take as long as you want to take. Unless they give Kojima the ability to just make a game they want to make, as powerful, as cool, as it doesn't matter the cost, as great as they want to make the game, that's the only way I can see this possibly happening. That's the only way. Unless they're gonna just buy the franchise and buy this whatever this 80% is and have their own internal studio, or maybe even have Kojima production. Sorry, the Konami's studios finish the game as it is right now. If they do that, then maybe it'll work out. I don't know. But let's just say that happens. They built the game and it releases. Is it gonna sell the numbers to make back the amount of money that they would have to pay to buy this franchise from Konami? I don't think so. I don't think the Silent Hill name sells that good. If this was Capcom and Microsoft was buying the Resident Evil franchise, as much as some gamers hate the Resident Evil franchise, hate the analyzation that is kind of happening with the Resident Evil franchise, there's a Resident Evil game basically every year. It may not be a main franchise game, but if you guys think about it, if over the last few years there's been like lots of Resident Evil games released year to year to year, mobile titles, 3DS titles, PS4, PlayStation 3. And the truth of the matter is, I can see the Resident Evil franchise being sold to Microsoft or Sony for billions of dollars because the Resident Evil games actually sell. Even if people don't like Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 6 was the best-selling Resident Evil game ever. These remasters are being sold, so Resident Evil would sell. But Silent Hill, the Silent Hill brand is not selling good. Gamers would be enticed to pick this up, though. So let's talk about that. I'm just talking about if it could happen. I'm gonna get into the negatives, guys. I'm gonna get there. But hold on. Let's just say this is still all possible. This is all really gonna happen. If E3 2015 comes around and the first thing that Microsoft shows is Silent Hill, or the last thing, it will blow people's minds. What I mean by this, ladies and gentlemen, it would blow gamers' mind. It would be like such a blow to Sony's fans that it is unfreaking believable. This game that was showed a year ago as a Sony press conference stage is now on a Microsoft stage and is only coming to a Microsoft console. What would a win would that be for Microsoft? And if they said this game bundles with a console in 2016, it would actually help sell Xboxes. Just because the blow and the fanboys, like goodwill on the Xbox fanboys would just get from this. I think it would be such a good win for Microsoft if they were able to pull it off for the right price. It would just be a big marketing move. It wouldn't be like they're getting this franchise to make money, but it would be a great marketing move, especially at E3. So yeah. So let's go into the bullshit. First of all, if this deal is freaking real, that might mean that the reason why PT was removed from the PlayStation Store and the reason why I can't re-download PT I can't re-download a game that I had is because Microsoft now owns the rights to the franchise, or is trying to own the rights to the franchise, and they didn't want it so like, Sony has a part of the game when it's only going to be a Microsoft exclusive game. I just think that would be a fucked up thing to do. I think PT should have stayed to be able to download, and it would have been fucked up if it's going to go to Xbox now, and PT is never going to be able to play it on any system except for anybody who originally had it downloaded. That's just a fucked up thing right there. Now let's go into the realism here. This shit ain't happening for billions of dollars. If this is rumored to happen at fucking all, I'm sorry for the cursing. It is not happening for billions of dollars. This franchise is not worth billions. If Microsoft pays billions of dollars for the Silent Hill franchise, even as a marketing move, it's just not worth it. It's good to see Microsoft picking up more franchises, but damn, I don't think it's worth the money. Not Silent Hill. And I'm a fucking Silent Hill fan. I am a fan of the franchise, but it's not worth billions. It is worth millions, multi-millions. Ain't billions. It ain't worth it. Next on. I don't think Kojima's gonna do it. Even with as much freedom as they would give him, I just don't see Kojima's gonna do it. And right now, Kojima says he's gonna stay there, keep working on Metal Gear. I would fucking be pissed the fuck off if I hear that Metal Gear is getting a backseater from Kojima because he's gonna go work on fucking Silent Hill. Finish Metal Gear, bring it out later this year, and then go do that? Fine. I just don't want to see... I just really want to make sure this Metal Gear game comes out good, man. And I just hate if something happens right now. Microsoft offers Kojima a lot of money, and he really does stop working on the Metal Gear game. I would have to actually think about not picking it up, because I'd be very scared of what's going to happen with Silent Hill, with Metal Gear in Konami's hands alone. I am scared of that, especially if they do this, ladies and gentlemen. Let me explain what happens. I'm sorry right now. I am on my cell phone. I didn't get my chance to put myself together and really talk about this. But do you understand the fact that if this is all true, it hurts so many other franchises that's unbelievable. If you guys are looking forward to another Castlevania Lords of Shadow game on consoles, you could forget that. That is not happening if this happens. This would mean that Konami really is trying to mainly focus on mobile games. They might do a console Yu-Gi-Oh game every now and then. You know, that might happen. But they're not going to be doing the multi-million dollar Castlevania games. That's just not gonna happen. Like franchises like that is just gonna die and go away. It's gonna hurt so many other franchises that Konami has. Man. Is this gonna happen? Could it happen? Could Microsoft pull this deal off? Is Konami that desperate to get out of the freaking console market? Is this game even 80% complete? Really? That far along it was? And the only reason I think that could almost be possible is because the PT demo came out and was playable without anybody expecting it. When PT came out, you knew nothing about how long Silent Hill was already being worked on. We have heard rumors that it wasn't that long, but truthfully, it has probably been worked on for a pretty while now. So a lot of work could have already been done. And I just don't understand how would they finish the game and have everything complete if the people behind it, Norman Reedus, everybody like that, just don't get back on board. Man. Microsoft, you would have done the biggest thing I've seen on E3 in a long time, since Sony came out there and said you could trade and give your friends your games. Since E3, when the PS4 and they came out on the stage like, here, this is how you lend your friend a game. No, always connected. Since that whole bullshit, this would be the biggest upset ever. This would fuel the console war fights forever. People will be, Sony fans and Nintendo fans will be mad at freaking Microsoft. Microsoft fans will be happy as hell. What? Wow, man, I can't. This is the type of shit that I almost don't want it to be a rumor. I just actually want it to fucking happen, just because of the fact that if it does happen, that is just mind-boggling precedence. I would love to know what other companies would want to sell their franchises off just so they could stay alive. I could think of so many companies that are in hardships right now that need money to stay around and could go to Microsoft. Maybe to Sony if they had enough money, but Sony's kind of struggling themselves. They're starting to come back and be like, oh yeah, we'll give you this franchise as an exclusive. It's your franchise, you own the rights, but maybe we develop it, we some type of partner with it. And they get a big fund and money. Video games, man. This industry is a crazy one. And it would be like almost something I would just side pass and say wouldn't happen. But with Microsoft spending $2-something billion on Minecraft, which I've said it before, in my eyes, it is not worth it. But it is worth it in the long run. If they're playing the long run game with Minecraft, it's worth it. In the short term, hell the fuck no, they ain't making that $2 billion back. In the long run, they will make their money back with Minecraft. Minecraft does not seem to be dying anytime soon. They're going to keep on selling copies of Minecraft, and whenever the Minecraft 2 comes out, and I'm sorry to tell you Minecraft fans, I know some of you guys don't want it, there's never going to be a Minecraft. There is going to be a Minecraft 2. Microsoft ain't buying nothing for $2 billion, they ain't making a Minecraft 2. It ain't, that's not happening. That's not happening. I don't feel like that's happening. Yeah, guys. Speaking here with the Untitled Game Show. Sorry for the erratic and just mind-boggling news story, but wow. If this rumor is true, it will be one of the biggest stories ever in the video game industry. What is happening at Konami, man? What is happening over there? If this is true. Is it true? Let me know in the comment section below. You probably know more than I do. Later, guys.